Hi, everybody.
It's
uh,
official
so,
now.
my name is Annie Hunting, and I am with Sage Stone Malas and Meditations. This is the Morning Tea episode number 5, and with me today I've got Marina Perilli, who I met at Seven Music Fest in St. Albert, probably, I don't know,
I think 3 years
3 years
ago.
ago. Um, anyway, Marina is also an entrepreneur, an incredible supporter of entrepreneurs, and a philanthropist. I'm super excited to have her on. First off, Marina, what have you got in your mug today?
I live on coffee, so it'll always be coffee. Even if it's in a wine glass, it's coffee. Don't drink wine, but I definitely drink coffee.
So actually, I've also got coffee today, but I've got it in this mug that my dear friend Krista from Ola Ola Spanish dropped off the other day. It's the Social Distancing Queen mug.
Perfect.
I was pretty excited about that. Um, and Marina, before we get going, what are you grateful for today, or in this time with the way things are? What are you finding gratitude in?
You know what? It's difficult for me. I'm not going to lie. I am a very social person. I'm really, really close with my family, and this has been very difficult for me. I think the thing that I'm always most grateful for is having time with my son. So I have an 11-year-old child. Um, I don't know when else this would be possible to be able to spend this much time with him. Um, yeah, so I think like we get to do everything together, literally everything together.
Yeah, absolutely. I Asa is coming back from his dad's today, and I'm pretty grateful for that.
Yeah,
It's been a little bit lonely the last week, so.
yeah.
Okay, so when I asked Marina what she wanted to come on and talk about, what she told me was double dipping. And that term has many different applications. So what I want to ask you first is, in what regard are you using this term double dipping?
Yeah. So I am a gift giver. If you look at love languages, my love language has always been gift giving. Um, so when this all started, I actually had 2 job offers in 1 week on March 9th. And by March 16th, I had phone calls from both the companies telling me there's a hiring freeze. And so I was kind of panicking, and I thought, how am I going to get through this? Like, what am I going to do with my time to keep me occupied? And so I decided I was going to start building these COVID care packs for frontline workers. I have a sister-in-law who is a nurse, and she's been pulled into the ER at the U of A. And I just know how scary it is for them and how like hard they're working. And so yeah, so I decided I was going to do a COVID care packs. And so what I mean with double dipping is a lot of people have been saying like, how can I help out? And so they've been sending me money, which is like to help pay and offset the costs. So when I say double dipping, it's like I'm getting money from people to help, but I'm also being able to purchase items from small businesses, and I'm able to gift to the people who are in need right now. So that's what I mean by double dipping.
So you're hitting all of these different,
Yeah.
not only are you collecting to give, but
Yes.
in that collection, you're able to support other entrepreneurs and other small businesses with that process.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. So tell me specifically, because I know you had mentioned it on your own social media, what you had done with some of that money.
Yeah. So yes, so the money that has been coming in from, usually the money that comes in is just from like friends and family saying, I want to help, I don't have a business, what can I do? And for the first round of COVID care packs, I was just using all of my own money and resources to cook meals for them, because I know like coming home from a long day's work, and sometimes 2 people in the family are both working in the front lines. It's exhausting, and it's really nice to have a home cooked meal. And so I was just cooking and baking and cooking and baking. And when you have no job, it gets kind of expensive for that. So people have been sending money, and in turn, we've been purchasing from local restaurants, which are having a really difficult time right now. So yeah, that's usually what the money has been going to right now. It's been going to like gift wraps and boxes and baking supplies and cooking supplies or restaurants.
Yeah, I seen that you had acquired some of the food from Mini Kitchen.
I did.
This
Oh my gosh. And what an amazing company. And the food is delicious.
amazing. Absolutely. I actually encounter them quite often throughout the market venues. And it's an amazing couple that you're supporting there too. So
yeah, I haven't actually met them in person. So when this is all said and done, I'll definitely.
Oh, absolutely. So tell me about the first care package that went out, or the most recent one.
Yeah, so we've done 2 now, and how it kind of progressed into more was, the first round was awesome. It came in, like, people came in through nominations. I just posted on my Instagram and said, if anybody has anything that they can share for these COVID care packs. And we had so many great people donate. So many great small businesses donating to them. And then I actually had so many people donating that I thought, like, this is ridiculous. These care packs are going to be huge when we can actually probably just do another round of this. And there's so many deserving people. And so then we did round 2. And as round 2 was being sent out, we had people continuing to call me saying, I have things that I'd like to donate. And so now we're getting ready to deliver round 3. I'm waiting for a lockdown to happen. And when that does, I've got a delivery company in place ready to go to be out delivering them to the people. So I'm getting my ducks all in a row. But can I say something? Can I add on to that?
Of course.
So as a small business owner, I find it's always the small businesses that are here supporting. Like, they're always supporting the teams. They're always, like, in my instance anyway, my child's sports teams, it's always the small businesses that are helping. And we're the ones being hardest hit right now. So while I really, really appreciate all the donations that have come in, I've really been thinking the last couple of days, like, why are they gifting things for us? Like, it's really nice, but they're being the hardest hit right now. We need to figure out how I can purchase the items from them and then create the COVID care packs and distribute them. So I think I'm actually going after this round, after round 3, I think what I'm going to do is do like a build a COVID care pack online so that people can purchase the COVID care packs and then we can have them delivered to somebody special, because we shouldn't be the ones that are continually giving. Like, we've got to figure out a way to support our small businesses by purchasing items.
Absolutely. I think that's fantastic. I also want to say that as a small business who's willing to give, I think it feels good to give, and it also allows me to maybe expand my reach a little bit as well. So yeah. So anybody who is interested in getting involved, how do you want them to reach out to you?
Typically, people just send me messages on Instagram. Instagram I use quite frequently, but you can also reach out to me on Facebook, whether it's through my business page, Prairie Couture, or through my personal, page, Marina Perilli. And if you want to donate, that's great, but I am going to figure out a way, and I'm going to set up my website so that we can be purchasing items from you, because you have bills to pay and mouths to feed as well.
So we will post those links below so that you can find Marina and know how to get in touch with her. And whether you want to, contribute to the packages, or whether you want to donate money to help her continue this initiative, I'm sure Marina's open to hearing all requests.
Absolutely.
So as somebody, Marina, who is constantly promoting and supporting small business around you, what are some other ways that we can do that we can be uplifting and supporting all of our small businesses who really are probably at the, highest risk for not making it through time.
There's so many ways to support small businesses, not just by purchasing items. I know money is tight right now. I know a lot of people have been laid off, and if you are still working, I would ask that if you have to buy things, please reach out to your small business owners first. I know it's really easy to go to Walmart and shop on Amazon right now, but if there's any way that you can support the local businesses right now, please, please, please go ahead and do that if you still have work. And if you don't, I think it's really important to be promoting them on social media, talking about experiences you've had with them, doing Google reviews. Like, Google reviews really help small businesses, and it's such a simple thing. Even if you're not buying something now, if you've had experiences with them in the past, writing Google reviews really, really does help small companies. But yeah, just talking about them, sharing them, being interactive on their social medias. Those little things go a long way for us, right?
Absolutely. Just yesterday, I had a lady reach out to me, Haley. She's been sort of a Sage Stone Malas follower for a while, and she was asking for a grid and then a custom stone package to complete her grid with. And, we kind of sorted out those details. And then she messaged me later in the evening and she's like, oh, I was just talking to my friend Kendall and she would also like some stones. So when I come pick up, like, can I also grab for her? And I just thought that that was so beautiful that she had sort of shared with her friends that she was going to be stopping by to do a pickup and, checking in to see if they needed anything.
Absolutely. And Moon Circle, I think, what day is it today? It's Monday today?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Full moon is Wednesday?
Wednesday.
So I know I've already got my full moon group ready to go on House Party. And that's one of the things we're doing this week is we're going to be using our crystal grid. So if you don't have a crystal grid, it's a perfect place to purchase one.
Absolutely. Right? Okay. So do you want to share about Moon Circle?
Oh, well, I can share my experience with it for sure. Yeah. Moon circles have literally changed my life, by the way. I'm a person that has a really hard time communicating how I'm feeling. And so the group that I am now with for my moon circles, we do new moon and full moon. So every 2 weeks we meet, and we have a group anywhere between like 5 and 12 women that show up like on a consistent, regular basis. And it's just it's a safe space, judgment-free, where they hold space for you and you can just talk about your feelings, talk about what's going on in your life, talk about what you want to bring in and about things that you want to release. And I actually started, I think my very first moon circle that I went to was with the Mystic Sisters, a group of women based here in St. Albert. And it was life-changing. It was like, for me, when I started going back to church like 8 years ago, the first full year, I just wept every time I went in. I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried. And it was so healing for me. And now I have the same feeling when I'm at Moon Circle. Often it's just like lots of tears shedding. And I just love that people hold space for you, and they don't necessarily give you tips and pointers, just like, let me get it out. And yeah, if you don't have a moon circle that you belong to, I highly recommend getting into one or joining one. There's also a really good group. I want to say they're based out of Vancouver, but that could be a total lie. It's called Witch and Womb. Do you ever follow them?
Not familiar.
So they are, I know for sure they're on the app Mighty Networks, Witch and Womb, and they do moon circles as well. So you can join those online.
Awesome. For anybody who saw the recent segment with Waymate Ellis, she was talking about homeschooling. She also hosts an online circle that she's accepting registrants for, and she's actually offering it right now for free. So I can post that link below as well. It is genuinely, as somebody who has participated in these sacred circles, the most powerful healing thing that you can be a part of. So I highly recommend that.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right. What else do you want people to know about right now? What have you got going on, or what do you want to share?
I don't really have a lot going on. I'm not gonna lie. I'm finding, yeah, like I said earlier, I'm finding this very difficult. It's really, really hard for me as a social person. So,
what are you doing to help combat that?
yes. So I keep myself busy. I don't wear busy as a badge of honor. So I had a heart attack 2 years ago, and in healing through that, I really learned that being busy is not something to strive to be. But I have been keeping busy, doing things that are needed in my house, like scrubbing tile floors for 3 days and listening to podcasts. And I've been cooking and baking like it's going out of style. Another thing is planting. Like, if you could see this room right now, I have this beautiful south-facing home, and every windowsill is covered in plants, and I love that. So I've been planting a lot of things, a lot of flowers in anticipation for a spring. What else? I think, like, I really, really want people to start thinking about the changes that you want to make. Like, I hear people saying all the time, when things get back to normal, or when this is done, we're going to get back to normal. And I really, really, truly hope that things don't go back to the way they were. Like, this has been such a eye-opener for us, I think.
Yeah.
I have started looking into building a tiny home about 2 years ago, and this just makes me want to do it even more. I want to be more sustainable. I want to grow my own garden. I want to have a greenhouse. I just want to be able to, like, grow all the things. And
You're going to have to build two, so you have one for all your plants.
yes. Yeah. Well, I'll have a greenhouse, and then I'll have my little tiny home. And, you know, it might not be the true sense of a tiny home, because I did look into those a lot. My child is 11, and I just wonder how that would be with, like, a tween.
Right.
In a tiny home might not really work, but I definitely want a smaller home than what I have now.
Right.
Something more sustainable. So yeah, I think people should really start thinking about what changes they can make in their own lives. And, not just like the whole, like, I'm not using plastic straws anymore, I'm using stainless steel straws. Like, that's a great start, but really now's the time when we can really be making big changes in our lives.
Well, and looking at our values and trying to see where the quality is really coming from.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so my last question for you, and has been for everybody, is can you give us a great idea for something that we can be doing with this extra time, or with, just the current state of affairs right now? Something, whether it be like a personal practice or something you can do with your family. Just one awesome, fun idea.
Yeah. So, besides all the things that I just named,
Yeah.
I downloaded an app recently. So my son really enjoys singing. I love to sing, and I love to dance and move in the privacy of my own home. I will not dance in public. But yeah, we downloaded an app, and so we've been doing this, like, karaoke. And that's also something in real life that I refuse to go to. I will not go to a karaoke night. But in my own home with my child, we've sure been having fun with it.
That's awesome. What's the name of the app?
Oh, let me just look. It's called Smule, Smule.
Okay, I'll try to find it and post that below as well.
Yeah, so that, and the other one that's keeping me sane is House Party, the House Party app. Like, every Wednesday we have a night with my girlfriends from high school where we do, like, a mental check-in, and then Friday nights has been a standing house party night, and we laugh and play games. And if somebody wants to have a glass of wine, they can do that. And we've been spending about 4 or 5 hours every Friday together doing it. And we laugh and we reminisce, and that is like getting me through this.
So for those of you who don't know, House Party is an app that you can video conference on. And then they also have a few selections of games that you can play as a group, like Heads Up. There's some trivia there. Something that's a little bit, what's that?
Win, lose, or draw, or like the quick draw.
Right, the quick draw, yes, yeah. So it's a lot of fun. I had a night like that recently.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
No, just everybody stay safe and healthy. And if you're starting to feel, depressed or anxious or like any of those feelings, just please reach out to your friends, your family, because I can guarantee you are not the only one that is going through all those emotions right now.
Absolutely.
And know that you always will have somebody. And if you don't, then you can reach out to me.
Or me.
Yeah.
100%. All right. So I just want to, before I let Marina go, let everybody know that on Wednesday, I've got Heather Bracken, who's an acupuncturist and herbalist. She's going to be sharing some great ideas about different herbs that we can be accessing right now. And on Friday, I've got Joyanne Hutt, who is an astrology master. She knows everything about astrology. And she's going to be talking to us about the vocations of the Satya Yuga, which is new to me. I'm going to be learning. And with the theme of changing of the ages and where our values lie. So I'm really excited about that. And then on Monday, I've got Elise Braithwaite, who is a master of SRT. I've been tuning into her free sessions at 8 o'clock each morning and really, really enjoying these profound healings. So really looking forward to that as well. I think Marina was logged into one recently as well. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Peace.
Take care.